There we go. Hopefully the audio levels are all good. We don't have the same problems that we normally have. For some reason it does this weird thing where one person's audio is perfect and the other person's isn't. So hopefully it's fine. Anyways, good evening everyone. Welcome
Yes,
to
good evening.
round 1 for Supercharged Season 7, Season 8, I believe? Am I thinking too far
Got be.
ahead?
Yeah, no, it could be.
Oh,
Let's have
someone's
a look.
ready up
I'll
early.
just check. Oh, they haven't, have they? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Someone's getting disqualified. That was told in the thing about
Oh,
what happens if
no.
you're ready up early. I wouldn't be surprised if the lobby restart. So yeah.
Yes, nice, lovely day here in Brazil. And like I say, we not a full grid tonight, but we've got 12 competent drivers, including Colin. And the
Yep.
first on the scene, I think, is Fatal, is it?
Yep, at the moment it's fatal, but bear in mind this is one-shot qualifying. I think Rabdi's retired.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Interesting to note the actual crossover from SRC for Fatal, because that's where we know him well from.
We do. We do. And I've often seen him in the chat that he races in other leagues, and it's nice to see him in another league as well, in the Haas tonight.
Yep. Hopefully he has some better luck than what he normally has, because he tends to be involved in a lot of incidences. Not all of them his fault. Let's just say that
Oh,
much.
no, it's definitely not his fault. He's a good, safe driver, is our Fatal. I have to watch what I say about him because he's my steward boss.
Yeah. He seems to be.
And he gave me he gave himself great pleasure giving me 9 penalty points for my incident at Las Vegas. No, Miami.
As of course he did.
Anyway, yeah.
Cooper's gone
Fatal.
quickest.
Yeah,
And all of that.
108.5. Fatal there down in
105,
sixth.
and then Quentin Mick actually was not too far behind him in second.
No, I just missed that then. It went off.
Yep.
And I think
We were,
I think Rabsey's not taking part in there because he hasn't cleaned his bedroom yet. That's why he's not
yeah,
gone out.
that joke's a joke that will always go on anyway. It does not matter. Be 100% honest, sorry, Ramsey, that's just going to carry on.
Yeah, 12 hundredths of a second.
Yeah,
Quick Mick.
less than a tenth covering a new driver in third place as well.
Oh yeah, Mr. Neon. Now,
Yep.
Colin tells me he's Mr. Neon was originally an owner of a league and has not raced for a couple of years, so
So
it'd be nice
let's
to
hope
see him.
you'd be just dusting off the cobwebs a little bit as such.
So then there's your qualifying done, I would say. Cooper, last season's champion, starts as he means to go off this season, I mean. And pushed from Little Mick. It was a 108, wasn't it? 108.
Yes, it was 185. Just behind him, it was 185.540. It was 185.27 for Cooper, so not much in between the two of them.
No, not much at all.
The thing I can hear you. Well, I'd be scared if you couldn't, and I'll be honest. I mean,
Who said
wasn't
that?
working. But yeah, obviously, a lot of new names we obviously recognise from this season, but there's a lot of names there's a few names that are of course brand new. Obviously, Neon in third place, in the second of the two Alpines alongside Quick Mick this season. And then obviously the other two new drivers we have is TTV James in the Kick Sauber, and then obviously we have Turbo in the Visa Cash App, or as I'm going to refer to it, the B-Tech looking Toro Rosso. Because it looks almost like that. It's just almost like we have Toro Rosso at home, and then it's just that sort of version is. If you know about that one. Interestingly, Ferrari's bookmarked both ends of the grid, which kind of sums up a lot like Ferrari's real life luck at the Sorry.
I
It's
think Fatal's referring to us talking off. You know, when we were talking off camera.
hmm.
That I think that's what he's getting at. I think when we were talking about him, and I couldn't say nothing bad because he's my boss. I
uh,
think that's what he's getting at.
Interestingly, Fatal is one of the few who has opted for the mediums on the restart at the moment. Everyone else is on the softs. Obviously, note they obviously went with the format, the race format of the two 25%ers, and that is stuck for this season. So we will be doing two tracks rather than just your one for
Mm,
tonight.
I like that format. I really do.
Hmm. Much like a much very different format to racing in a full 100% race, even if you don't finish the full race distance, because of well being lapped like 2 or 3 times in my case. Well, considering I hadn't raced in a few years, I think I was allowed a reason for that in F1 anyway.
My reasons I'm crap. That's why I get lapped. I did go
uh,
31 laps without a penalty though, without a warning.
yeah, you did better than me. I mean, I ended up picking 12 seconds of penalties up in the entire race, so it was not the best. Even though I question some of the track limits around Mexico, but we move, unfortunately. Which tells me a
I
lot about those track limit. Some things have not changed, obviously, but
yeah, track
obviously
limits.
new game. Sort of 3 new names we've always talked about. A lot of returning faces here, as well as obviously the crossover from Fatal coming across from SRC, mainly known for. Um, Obviously does race elsewhere, but we obviously only really see him in SRC in terms of we used to when he was in. He's back in Division 1 this season. Hopefully, he had some better luck in the next round on Thursday
Yeah,
at the Netherlands, I believe. So
Zandvoort.
we know how that went last season.
Didn't go very well. I've put my phone somewhere.
You,
I don't know where to put it.
yeah, you're currently being boasted in the chat by Fatal.
Have
Again.
you got that? Because you take Minden and Wallace out. Yeah. Okay. Let's not dwell on the past, Fatal. Let's look to the future and
I mean, Fatal,
can't
this could
wait. I can't.
very, I mean, for easily, this could be brought back on you if you end up being
Just
not
going to
doing well
say,
in SRC.
every dog has the day Uncle Fatal. I tell you, as soon as you make one little mistake, that's it.
Just like the fact that we called Bush the penalty king and then not got given back to not got given
Go back to George now, yeah.
back to George again. But yeah. Anyway, obviously new game. Who do you reckon is going to be? Do you reckon there's going to be names from last season that may well present potentially a challenge to last year's champion, or do you
Oh, you
reckon
got to
it's
go.
going to be business as usual?
Yeah, I obviously I keep going on about the Comms Cup winning team, but Cooper Racing was part of that, and last year's SuperCharged champion. I can't. Well, we don't know what the new lads are like, do we? But Cooper's got to be up there. And the Smithy Cup as well. I was impressed with Rabsy.
Hmm.
Got some good pace, and
Could
our
be
dear
heavier, I
friend
mean,
Colin.
this year as well. Yeah, obviously, call the.
Colin is he's no mug. He's our Colin. I think he's a bit of a dark horse.
Yeah. Well, also to bear in mind, he was also involved in the Smithy Cup as well and did himself a fairly decent job. He featured in a few battles, and I was looking at today, which watch this space on that one. I can't comment any further than that just now. I think we're starting actually. We're
We
in
are. We've
underway on the
got
formation
formation.
lap.
We are. So, like you
Have a
say,
look.
Ferrari first and 12th on the grid.
Yes, they are bookmarking both ends of the grid. Much like they said on Top Gear when with the drag race with the Germans. Um, you know that. If you know about that, you know about that. You know, you know. Well, yeah. Four people are on the mediums. Cooper, who's on pole position. Sky's who's in fourth. Fatal, who's in sixth, and Logan, who is in eighth. And then obviously everyone else is on the softs in between. So it's going to be soft medium, most likely for soft medium or soft hard if they want to go either way, or if there's any incidents early on, that would work. And then mediums, you have the choice of the soft tires or using the hards. But
Yeah.
let's see how this all plays out. Cooper is very eager to get back to the grid.
He isn't he? He's, he's left some on the cooker, hasn't he? In the pits, he's just remembered he's
Yeah,
left the stove on.
yeah. He's either done that or he's been shouted at to do a quick chore. Oh, there's Turbo appearing on the grid. As you can just see him appear. So he's back on the grid, but one thing to note with this year's game is how much more difficult it is to actually get tyre warm up in this year's game, which could potentially present a few issues for the drivers as we go forward. So let's have a look and see how this all goes. But we've got most of the drivers now farming up. Ignore the smoke, by the way. I don't know if that's a thing, but it's still a thing where even if you don't lock up and you have ABS on, it still appears like that.
Yeah.
It's really stupid. Anyway, I think we have almost everyone on the grid. I think, what is Rabsy doing? He's just taking his time.
This
Busy
Cooper's tyres will
he's
be freezing again now.
he's I think well Rabsy even though it took that long to get back to the grid, he still ended up missing his grid box. But here we go. The lights are indeed on here for the first round here in Brazil, and we are underway for Supercharged under the new season. And Rabsy has indeed not moved really off the line.
Oh, there we go. There's a decent view.
There's a few cars off actually. I think a couple of cars did go off wide. Quick Mick does take the lead of the Grand Prix from Cooper, but obviously that was expected considering what tyres he's on. Looks like we've had some adventures further back. There's somebody going. I think that's a side-by-side moment, or close to side-by-side moment, as we went down that straight. As Logan and Colm very close together. Sparks been thrown out from the McLaren as Logan tries to get past. Obviously Logan was in the Haas last season, did quite well for himself, finishing quite high up the table, so he'll be hoping to have the same level of luck as he did last season.
Oh, somebody went wide there then.
Looks like Turbo, as I say, is trying to recover his way back after not the best of starts, but it looks like James is struggling a little bit off that start, and Colm is looking like he wants to try and make a move. As
somebody else
James is away off
else
exploring.
Is suffering as well.
Yeah, James is away off exploring the line which in the wardrobe that's off in that Apex. He found Narnia.
And what's saying Rabsy as well. Rabsy's been in the wars as well.
He didn't get. I don't think he launched well. Either that or he wasn't ready.
No, he's just spun out.
Here we go. We'll call him down the inside. Whoa! He's half spun it. He's kept going though. Not ideal. That's proving also how dangerous the curves are. As Cooper's trying to come back around the outside, going back to the race lead. Cooper tries to go back around the outside of Quick Mick, just not managed to make it to sixth though.
No, there's an interesting battle.
Rabsy has
Logan
indeed retired in the pit lane.
Oh.
As K1 Skies has got past, I think Fatal's lost 2 positions. Obviously, this is new drivers for Fatal, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. And that's an interesting. I don't know what happened to Skies there, but Skies, I think, locked the rears up, and the back end of the car nearly decided to send them in the opposite direction.
I saw that. Yeah, I caught that on stream. Cross is having a good race in P4. Mr. Neon.
Another driver. I think he's been promoted up as I think Skies and Fatal are going side by side. I think Skies has made a mistake.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Colm can get back up there instead of him. As it's Neon with the fast lap of the Grand Prix. Cooper and Quick Mick going side by side once again. As you go side by side, gotta be careful not to cop a warning there, Cooper. I think you might have done. One big difference this year, obviously, as well, while we're watching these guys battle for the race lead, as Cooper goes round the outside, is the big difference this year is DRS is enabled after just 1 lap of racing. So, more chances for the drivers to make an overtake on the cars in front. And then obviously also, the one other big change is the ERS modes being able to recharge when you're low on charge and being able to sit behind our driver on no ERS and save a bit of battery.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, still not used to that. As these 4 pulling quite a little bit of a gap now with the Wilds in P5.
Yep. Well, Quick Mick, that's a bit of a moment for him. He's also off wide doing the old time trial line, if anyone knows that. Yeah, that used to be a line in time trial for that. It's been a little bit of a moment, as I think that's terrible. I think he's had a moment in the middle sector.
Yeah, he's going off road. So people are a bit struggling with the handling, aren't they?
Yeah, I suppose. I wonder how many of these drivers have not really been able to do a race as such. Maybe before this. Maybe this is one of the few things they actually do in terms of racing. But you will note one thing with the battery. When you use overtake, which is available this year as an actual thing. Oh, quick Mick, that's an interesting line. I don't
So a
know
bit of
that was
carbon there.
Yeah, I don't
carbon
think
come
it.
off.
I'll have a look off board. He doesn't seem to have lost any wing. I think he's okay. No, he's missing an end plate.
Yeah,
I thought he was okay.
left-hand
He's
side,
missing an end plate. Yep, which means it's gonna allow his teammate a chance. Hopefully there is no Alpine Civil War. That is a thing I tend to use a lot because obviously we know what happened at the end of last season in Syntec.
Yeah, we did.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, he's
That's all.
pulling
As I say,
away
Quick
now.
Mick with that mistake has allowed a chance, but Quick Mick has just about stayed within the DRS range. This is like your closest battle at the moment, the top four with Quick Mick. Trying to pull himself back in again. You'll notice, as I say, how quickly the battery depletes when you use the overtake mode. It's obviously does help, and it means there's a lot more alleyways of opportunity, such for recharging behind another driver.
Yeah, it does get used pretty quick, but it's also twice as quick recharging though now, which is good. I think it's good. But anyway,
there's a lot more uses of like early braking as such. If you brake a little bit earlier or use a little bit of engine braking, that does also allow you to recharge a little bit more quickly as well.
Yeah.
Interesting to note though that it looks like the top three are still quite close, but Crossy is just about hanging on to DRS back there in fourth.
Yeah, he's doing well there, keeping up with these front three. It's just out of DRS now, but I'm sure he'll regain it.
Yep.
Got Fatal
Interestingly
though,
ERS deployment in terms of percentages, top two are about the same. Neon in third has about 50%. Using a little bit now, as he's actually going to go for removing his teammate around the outside.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, they're going to go side by side. And I think he's got the move done. But a little bit of contact with Mickey. He needs to be careful not to lose the end plate on the other side.
Yeah, Wilder and James have gone in the pit. Turbo is off track again.
Wilder has put on the hards. And it looks like Fatal is actually going to be, if he himself is he's trying to close the gap to Logan for a P5.
Yeah. Going well, Fatal. So just a third of the race gone already.
Yep. That is the joy of races being this short, as you don't have all the time in the world to pick your moves when you're going to go for it. With a little bit of a moment, or Logan quicker through the middle sector there, as he's actually just dropped out of 1 second for the time being. Meanwhile, Quick Mick he's still keeping up at the moment, considering his damage on that left-hand side, or right-hand side rather.
Yeah, Crossy's dropping off a bit now. Yeah.
2.8. I don't know what happened to Crossy actually. He's made a mistake somewhere, I think, because he wasn't that far off.
No, he wasn't. He was still in DRS range, wasn't he? But one of the leagues that we commentate on, an interesting new rule that they brought out. I'm not mentioning any names yet, but any red damage, you've got to pit.
Interesting. The league we're associated with, I'm going to guess, or a league we're not.
A league we're associated with 3 times a week.
That's to be announced. Obviously, to be announced.
Yeah, Colin in the pits as well. He's gone on to mediums.
He started on softs, I believe, so he's going to go the rest of the distance on those tyres. Interesting to see when Cooper pulls the proverbial trigger here and decides to pit. Oh, that is a nice, well held there.
Quick Mick, that could be his wing, couldn't it? Through not helping much there.
Well, I think he partially hit the curb there. I think he's going to box. Yep, he is boxing. after that mistake.
Colin has picked up a penalty too.
Cross
Cross
in
is
as
in the
well.
pits as well. I'm going to have a look, see if Cross has got any damage.
I'll have a look. We definitely know what thing with. No, he's no damage.
No, he hasn't, has he?
Once again, still even though we're not controlling the cars, you still feel the vibration of the
You
pit
do,
lane for
don't you?
some
It's
reason.
weird. It's weird. Mr.
It's
Neon
a
then,
very
within
strange thing.
half a second of Cooper now.
Yep, I believe, probably suspect we'll see him in this lap if he wants to cover off Cooper.
Yeah,
He's got
and
6.6 seconds to
Fate will be
Logan behind
getting
him.
Fate will be getting the nosebleed as well, being that far up the grid.
Oh. I've just clicked onto Fatal and I've just noticed Logan having a massive slide going through there.
It's given
Doing a bit
Fatal
of
a
drifting
chance.
there.
Fatal's caught him right up, hasn't he?
Yeah, that massive mistake would have lost. That was would have been a loss of momentum for Logan.
Just come on to Wilder
Again,
and
he is
Skies.
not having fun with that car.
What an overtake that was from Skies.
And the outside, I'm going to guess.
On the inside of the turn, whatever number.
Nice. Logan in the pits. One of the medium runners is in before one of the last of the soft runners. You know, Turbo has not yet stopped either, but yes.
He's going in for softs, is Logan.
Yep. 9
So
laps on
Fatal
those
up to
tyres for
third.
him. Obviously, we know he has to pit, but yeah. He's got 15 seconds to quit Mick. Who is obviously, he made that mistake, did quit Mick, so he needs to, well, he's obviously going to be a little bit behind, so if Fatal can distance a gap, he should be in a good position as such.
Yeah, definitely. James just taking column as well, but gone off track, struggling. The back end there.
He's only one. He's only, yeah. I mean, one other thing about this year's game is setups are absolutely everything.
Yeah.
You have to have the right setup in this year's game. Like presets do not work as well in this year's game as they did in
really
last year's
wide
game.
there is James. James gone really wide there.
Oh, that's an interesting line from Neon.
Oh,
I thought he was going. I thought he was going in the pits. What's Neon's plan here? He's trying an overcut.
Fatals overtook Cooper on pit entry.
Yeah, I think he's in, but I think Cooper will just get him again as he comes out of the box.
Yeah.
That is the back marker. Oh, hang on a minute. Has he? No, Fatal's in the box.
Quick
I think
up to third again.
There we go. He is released. It's now going to be up to Neon to pit, realizing those tyres are probably very much shot by now.
Yes, 9 laps soft around here. Can't be much left on them.
Yep. So Fatal has once again come out behind Logan, 2.3 behind. Logan, meanwhile, is just behind Crossy, 1.7 the gap there. Interesting note of why Skies went into the hards. Didn't he think that his tyre wear and setup does not suit the medium compound? Whereas
going
Neon
on
kind of
to
come in this lap. Yes, he is.
James has got a warning as well, a penalty, sorry. Yeah, going on about the handling. Right, it's Friday. We were racing with UCR, sorry. And I'd spent all afternoon doing like 100% races. Really happy with my setup, brilliant. Gets to race time, and my handling, it was like it was on ice. And it's the same setup that I've been racing all day with.
I mean, that might be, I wonder if it's maybe just differences in track temperatures, potentially, who knows? Or differences in the time of day. Those little nuances things could have been the reasons for that. Who knows?
I'm just been on board with Skies, he's looking up a lot.
That might be why he's on the hards and not the mediums.
Yeah, heavy braking.
That may well be your good old reason as to why. As I say, once again, the two Alpines find themselves very close together on track. Mick obviously on 3-lap older mediums than his teammate ahead. Cooper, as I say, 2.3 ahead. We've got a yellow flag in the middle. That's going to be Turbo, probably just getting out of the way of drivers. I think actually he's had a spin and got going. And there we go, he's back going again. And while Quick Mick is still trying to get ahead of his teammates. As I say, if you look at the dial, you can actually see the recharging in action.
You can't you? Yeah.
Quick Mick, meanwhile, was not the most ideal of exits out of that first couple of corners, the S's.
He had his overtake button on.
Yeah, you got to be careful of that. I mean, a lot of the curbs in this game, you're finding it with a lot of drivers that they are struggling with some of these the curbing around certain tracks.
Mm-hmm.
As I say, Quick Mick, he's putting pressure on his teammate, so hopefully we don't see anything happen. But as I say, obviously we know that it's not going to be the French pairing, obviously, in real life after this, because obviously we know that Ocon will be leaving the team and Gasly will be staying. Which
Yeah.
F1 tried to release as breaking news, but we all knew that was most likely going to be the case anyway.
Yeah, we did. Cooper extending his lead now up to 3.2 seconds.
Yep. I think Neon has more trouble to worry about than him.
Yes, definitely. Quick Mick.
Oh, is he going to get?
Is he
There's going to be
going?
a side by side. Oh, that's a bit of a send there from Quick Mick, but he does manage to lick the stamp and indeed send it on his teammate.
He certainly did. Now he's hunting
Sent
down
first class
Cooper.
delivery style. Asked for a truck delivery on that send as well.
He did, yeah, first class.
Yeah. Only battle on track at the moment is currently this one between these two drivers.
It's
the two Alpines providing us the entertainment. James struggling a little bit with the track limits, but for the back he's currently picked up, I believe, his third or fourth penalty. He's on his third. He's on 9 seconds at the moment.
Quick Mick's not getting away from Mr. Neon. We got Logan on back across here as well now, so he's Crossy made another mistake.
Yeah, I think we'll. Crossy kind of in his own positions really. He doesn't seem to have the pace of the cars in front, but he does seem to be. He's a little bit.
Mr. Neon's got past the Quick Mick.
Yep. That means it's definitely guaranteed that Cooper is going to be taking this first round. But look at the exit there of the exit from Quick Mick. It's actually a fairly decent one. So here we go. He's going to have almost nothing in the way of battery left as he heads down towards the.
Quick Mick. Let's go on to Crossy and Logan as well. Logan's made P4.
Side by side.
Logan in P4 then.
Yep, indeed it is for Logan. Fatal as well, 3.9 further back from those two, but wondering if he's maybe not going to be able to get the best out of those tyres. Who knows? He's gaining a little bit of time actually.
Yeah,
those two battle in front, that might help him out.
Yeah.
Well, the two Alpines once again is Quick Mick not having fun with that curb. Once again, second time that partially caught the Alpine driver out.
It's not the first time, is it?
As he's going to be making his way through. Look at the overspeed.
Wow.
You see the difference when you've got overtake, ERS, overtake, hot lap as well this year being able to be used as an actual thing. Meanwhile,
Crossy's past the Logan.
Through again.
It's that DRS, isn't it? It's
it's really the big difference maker as such.
Big, yeah. Back up to Quick Mick and Neon as well. Here comes.
We have another yellow. That is a McLaren. I think that may be Column. It's not Column. Wilder.
Yeah, and Crossy.
See if he's got any damage on that wing. No, he's not. It's just a spin for Wilder.
There. Bit of contact with Logan and Crossy. Four seconds is the gap between Cooper and Mr. Neon. 4 laps to go.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what to watch out for. As Quick Mick once again is probably, is he going to have a go once again on his teammate? The Alpines once again going to be swapping positions. The inside, the door has indeed been left open. There we go. He does indeed get it done, but I think there was a little bit of contact in the rear. That's
the yellow flag. Yeah,
That is a
that's
Skies
Skies. Yeah, in the Aston Martin
for a little
infield.
bit of a moment.
But Logan seems to have got away from Crossy now.
Yep, that's
Crossy's coming back a
the
bit.
that'll be the Logan's tyres are probably going to start falling off soon, so Crossy might be able to come back at him
Yeah,
in these next couple of laps because those soft tyres are going to be dying off fairly soon, I believe, on
yeah,
that Williams in
yeah.
front, especially if he's locking up like that, which I just saw as just I came off board. And Neon once again is looking to try and get himself past. Quite Mick is his two Alpines once again. We see Skies once again, who's had a little bit of a moment in the middle sector.
Yeah, I can't see it being his tyres, but
Here
something's
we
amiss
go,
with him.
around
Yeah,
the outside. That's going to be position swapped once again, and once he immediately goes to the inside, but that's compromised him on the exit.
he's on 3 tyres there. He's on 3 wheels.
So here we go. Quick Mick, as I say, is low on charge. He's having to recharge, not being able to use it. Is he going to be able to do anything? No, he's not.
Logan's got
And
past
he's behind.
Crossy. And Fatal's only a second behind Crossy now.
Yeah, Fatal is he's a man on a mission as such.
Yes.
Possibly using all of his pent up anger from other league races to try and catch up. Sorry, Fatal.
I was going to say if things repeating themselves, Quick Mick should be taking Mr. Neon now for P2, but I think he's a little bit far off.
He's 8 tenths. He's 8 tenths behind him.
Mm.
He's going to get close, but the battery percentage is really low at this point as we're on to the final lap of the Grand Prix, actually.
Yes, that's soon gone. Yeah, Quick Mick stays.
He gets close, but I think he was trying to make sure he didn't go straight to the back of his own teammate. There.
Here comes
Meanwhile,
Crossy.
three-way battle for P4.
Yeah, Fatal.
Oh, he's picked up a
Crossy
penalty.
and Logan. Oh, Logan, that's not done him many favours at all.
That's going to cost him 2 positions here. Crossy with 60% battery charge to use for this lap, by the way.
Wow.
And Fatal's on about 18.
Did you see a load of carbon come up then?
Yeah, this is a thing that some of the curbs do indeed. Do that, he's gone! Oh my word!
Logan.
That was a violent spin. Yeah. And he's got a 10-second penalty for a collision with Fatal. He didn't even make contact with him.
No,
never touched
get that scrubbed. Get that scrubbed off.
I'm not sure what happened there. I don't think he ghosted, I'm fairly sure.
I think he did. Well, he did, didn't he? He did.
Yeah. Anyway, Cooper's coming across the line to win round number 1 of 2 for tonight here in Supercharged.
Yeah.
With Neon coming home in P2. Good first race out for the Alpine driver. It's a double podium finish for Alpine, something I'm not used to saying from real life. And, well, it's going to be Crossy coming home in P4 and then Fatal coming home in P5.
Nice one for Fatal.
And Logan with that completely uncalled for penalty finish. Still in P6. Holland's going to bring himself home in P7.
Quick Mick got a penalty that last lap as well.
Oh, this guy's crashed before the line, didn't actually cross it. And he actually, no, he did get ahead. He did cross it ahead of James, who finishes at P9. Welder, a moment for him, and then obviously Turbo was a lap down. So that is race number 1 completed here.
Yes, not a bad race. Not a bad race. Fatal's got the driver of the day.
Even Fatal said there was no contact.
No.
Even Fatal said there was no contact. So I have suspicions that is getting removed.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Interesting podium that for our surrounded by 2 Alpines. Something you'll never see in real life.
No. Not for a few years anyway.
well done to Cooper. He carries on where he left off from last season. Round number 1. As I say, he will pick up driver of the day from round number 1. Good drive from him. and controlled the pace really, even when he went. He was not in the lead after the pit stops.
Yep.
Controlled the pace as such,
What's that
and
one? 109,568.
yep. So there is the results in terms of your result. Well, the results for race one here in Brazil.
Ramsey started off the season as he means to go on.
Yep. He's obviously, I think he must have been told to go and clean something in his room. That's probably what's happened there.
Yeah, I think so. She's come into him and pulled him out by his ear hole. Come on, you can't race till you've cleaned that room.
Yeah.
So there is Sao Paulo, Brazil, all done and dusted.
Yep. So round number 2 in the same week will be coming to you in just a few minutes.
Yeah, from
So,
China.
to say it's nice to see China back as a full-time
Yeah,
track.
yeah, I like China.
Only 14 laps of this one with the one-shot qualifying.
Oh, yes.
So it'll be an interesting matchup, this one. Waiting for everyone to load back in. Obviously, if
Oh,
anyone,
yeah.
this would be the time to go and grab any refreshments before we go into our next race.
I don't need one. It's gone that quick. I've got my old faithful bottle of Coca-Cola by the side of me here.
Yep. Oh, while we are waiting, obviously, for SuperCharged to next round of SuperCharged to start with China, we've got the returning of ERC this week.
We certainly have, yes. Bahrain. Yeah,
Yep.
we're covering the Managers Wednesday, 100% Thursday, and the Masters Sunday.
Yep.
With the ERC. We've got the F2 tomorrow with SRC at Zandvoort.
Indeed, we do. And then obviously we have the triple header on Thursday. Obviously, we've got the first round of VGT on ACC on the main channel. International Paddock Extra will have Simtech on that one, and then on International Paddock Extra 2, we will have the 100 being covered on that one, and then
Yeah.
obviously Friday we've got the second round of UCR being covered by, as I say, the trusty pairing of Casper and Gary. And then obviously Saturday will be a watch this space because it has been confirmed if you're in the Discord, but it will not be starting yet Saturday. And then Sunday, obviously, yeah, we're back to the good old duo between yourself and Andrew. And I can't wait for the amount of Shetland pony jokes that will be made and all of that.
There's going to be quite a few jokes. You remember where he went last weekend, Sam?
Yes.
Showing sheep.
Yes.
I believe you got Andrew mixed up
The
with the
thing I
sheep
remember
this
when I
year.
talked to him about that, he's been learning a lot about sheep. In terms of that,
Yeah, he
when I
certainly
was
has, hasn't he? Telling me how
anyway,
the judges are
yeah.
corrupt and as if he's been a
It
sheep
was.
farmer all his life, as if he's got his own collie dog.
No, he doesn't need the collie dog. He is the collie dog.
He is a collie
Anyway,
dog, yeah.
anyway, sorry, Andrew. We are underway.
Yeah, we're
For the
one
next
shot quality.
shot quality, which brings us to China International Circuit.
I did a mega lap on TT around China, and I can't get within a second of it myself now. Honest, I don't know whether it was pent up energy or what, but I did a lap and I was like, oh, wow, I've just knocked a second and a half off my TT time. So I went round again and I just couldn't get anywhere near a second of it. So I don't know what I did
Sometimes set
right.
one of those
Yeah,
times where you end up doing you get everything out of the car and then you try and do that again, thinking you do it again. It's just
yeah.
no,
No, it won't.
that's just not happening.
But I do quite like China. It's got a bit of everything. I do like it. But like Sam says, it's nice to see it back on the calendar again.
Yep, that would yeah, it still dries. I was just looking at how damp it, well, not damp, how overcast it was.
Yeah, it looks humid, doesn't it?
Well, China is no stranger to seeing wet races.
No, it's you're right there. There's been quite a few wet races at China, and it does throw up in a race. It'll throw up a couple of laps of rain, won't it?
Hmm, it does. I say it looks like people have learned the lessons this time. And no one has ready up early. Hopefully, Rabsy will be able to finish the race this week or this time round, rather than
Depends if
not.
he's finished with that duster maneuver.
He needs the. He's been told to get a. So they're told to do the get the old feathered duster out and go around all the small nooks and crannies. He didn't do them. He didn't do it well enough.
Don't know if it's anything go by, but spectators look like they got coats on.
Hmm.
There's no t-shirts and shorts, is there?
Nah, I mean that kind of just describes UK weather at the moment, to be honest. You think,
Terrible.
oh, one day it's like sunny, like 23 plus degrees, and 20
I know.
degrees was, and then another day it'll just be chucking it down, and it'll be like 12 or 13 degrees. The weather in this country makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But yeah,
Just doesn't add up. It's all this global warming, isn't
you think
it?
global warming would make it warmer, but no, it just makes this country colder. Does the complete opposite.
Yeah, it certainly does. Global warming, and it's this weather on the 1st of July when it should be baking, cracking the flags. Should be eating salads instead of should be eating salads instead of stews and hot pots.
Ah, the so I feel like that's just a rabbit hole you could go down like entirely and just get lost down it and realizing the fact of just like you often know when like someone like is desperately trying to start a conversation by saying how's the weather. If you never notice
Oh,
that, it is just a thing that
yeah,
happens.
it does. Yeah, got nothing to say. What should we say? Oh, what about the weather then? Yeah, like when you get when you get in a taxi, innit? Been busy tonight, mate. What time did you finish?
That's interesting. I managed to have a conversation for what was like a 40-minute, 45-minute journey back home in a taxi at some point from work. It just depends on the taxi driver you get, to be honest.
Yes.
Some of them were more talkative than others.
Yeah, they are. How can I describe this without sounding very racist?
Oh, uh, uh, were
um,
they of a certain different origin or from a certain
yeah,
place? Uh,
it'll be the Scottish drivers that are talkative, I would say.
but the thing is, unlike the thing is, the weird thing with Scottish like public transport is you can have a random conversation with someone. Do not try and do that in English public transport. You'll get a weird look.
Yeah. Um, I need to tell you something, Sam. I've booked up for Tenerife
Again.
again. Here we
Again.
go. Let's have a look.
As I say
Rapsy
that,
was top.
Colm is
Look,
enjoying
look.
his moment in the sun before he drops back down again.
Yeah. Mr. Neon now. Ooh,
You'll see.
no, it's
You
changing gear.
honestly, you may as well keeping it on a certain driver until it sort of
Yeah,
stables
I
out,
am.
and then you just
I'm
because
going
you
on
can't change it
skies.
quickly enough.
No. Wet on skies and Mr. Neon's back in front.
You have to know how quickly it changes position by how close it is.
Yeah. So Mr. Neon back in front. Alpine 1 and 3 again. 1 and
That's
2
one.
now.
Yeah. Guys obviously will be looking for improvements because the race in Brazil was not ideal for him. Uh, hard tire's not working out in terms of his strategy. But obviously with China, we know that it used to have one of the longest back straights in the F1 calendar before Baku came along, and then obviously
Baku,
then Las
yeah.
Vegas afterwards. But this sort of thing's about 1 kilometer of this back straight.
Yeah, it is. Cooper on P1.
Yep. Cooper, is he gonna make it 2 for 2
Yeah, he
this
could.
time?
He's going for a clean sweep.
Yep. Both pole positions and both fastest laps, and maybe both wins and both fastest laps.
I'm sure it's
There
raining.
we go.
Cheers.
Oh, he used
It's
all his
raining.
deployment, and I think that might have cost him actually.
Yeah, Mr. Neon with the fastest lap.
Yep. The only in his second race
So did you
for
see it raining?
the Alpine team. Yeah, it is raining actually. It rained. I think it started raining right at the end of the one-shot quality. That was interesting.
Oh.
When Cooper lost out by literally less than 1.5 tenths, and then Skies is literally just over 1.5 tenths behind for third place. That is incredibly close between the top three.
Yep, it certainly is. Not much at all, is it? 10th.
Yep. And
10th and a
obviously
half.
then, yeah, Rabsy a bit better this time round. He's P7, so he's not at the back of the grid.
Turbo did his qualifying on mediums.
Don't know if he made a mistake on that one, but maybe he meant to do that. Who knows?
Cooper then doing
Ah,
well.
so it started raining in the final turn. Oh,
Right.
we got it. There's So let's see if the weather's going to carry over to the main race, or if we're going to
Mm.
see it's going to be like that rain that comes and goes, like that.
No.
Oh, it is full wet. Yes,
I think they'll be going for full kayaks.
we've got that's thrown up quite the caveat in terms of how do the drivers deal with these well, frankly, wet conditions, or as I believe Norris would have put it years ago. I believe it's the very ill-fated 2021 Spanish Grand Prix. So
Oof.
tell us about the visibility. It's wet. Or was that or Germany? One of the two. I can't remember which one it was.
I've been listening to some of the radio commentary between George Russell and the
Yeah.
Mercedes team principal yesterday. You can win this, you can win this. Just let me fucking drive.
You won the show. And it's like him going, just let me drive.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, that's not high. It's not distracting at all having your the heads of your team actually trying to tell you winning the race after the two come together in front of you.
Yeah, but he was shouting it though, wasn't he? He wasn't just saying
It
you can win
was.
this.
I
You
mean,
can
to be
win
honest, he
it.
could
You
have.
can win it. He got excited.
That's most likely because I don't think Mercedes have really seen tops out of the podium for a while. That's the kind of the problem there. That's probably why. Because I think what Mercedes is like the third or fourth quickest team at the moment in terms of pacings and such.
Mm.
But much to the amazement of certain people we know, a certain person in SimTech who just calls Hamilton mid. You know exactly. I think I know. You think I
I
know
know.
what I mean
Yes.
about
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
I was looking at starting prices for race winners at Silverstone this weekend, and you can get very good odds on 3 Englishmen on the podium. I
Hmm.
think it was 18 to 1.
That's always been an interesting thing to me. Like, while we're still waiting for the drivers to ready up, um, do you reckon that drivers should be allowed to have like their actual native flags? Say, if they're English, have like an English flag instead of a British flag, sort of. Because I think there's honestly a lot of better national anthems than God Save the King. I'll be honest. I'm going to get slightly political here, haven't I?
No, I
Uh,
totally no. I agree. I agree. I totally agree with you, Sam. Yeah, I totally agree.
as much as I
God,
may have some well, I call it disdain for certain English national anthems, the English have so much better national anthems than that. Let's be honest.
definitely. Of course they have. And like I say, they use the Union Jack. So I wouldn't say, and it's hard. This is hard to explain, but I think royalty since Queen Elizabeth passed is not as
I'll be
popular as it
honest, like
was.
I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people probably just don't care as much about royalty anymore.
No,
That's kind of
no, they
just the
don't.
main issue as such.
Yeah,
By the way, I am having a look at these cars going round, and you know how I
they are
said there's
struggling.
problems with the problems
Yes,
with warming tires in the dry and getting tired out.
yeah.
It's even worse in
The
the wet.
skies is
I'm also, if you have a look by the
foul.
way, at how if you look even at the leader and then look at the car behind Cooper, you can barely see that car in the spray.
No, they can't.
So whoever's
Can't.
leading, you're going to be fine. But if you're not leading, you're going to just have a wall of spray in front of you.
But you've raced in the wet, Sam. It is
Full
horrible being behind
full wet
somebody.
conditions. I mean, one of
Horrible.
my very earliest races in league
Cooper's
racing
drifted.
was one of my earliest league races. I remember was a full wet race at Baku back in like
Ooh,
2016 or 2017. And let's just say that
wow.
was a bit of an adventure, as such.
Bet some walls needed repointing after that.
100% on. I think I made it like 3/4 of that race before I ended up binning it in the final corner because the back end of the car just decided, nah, I don't want to swap ends with the front. Could have done could have done that. Could have done the I am stupid before I am stupid was cool. Who knows?
This first corner is going to be interesting in the wet.
I'm gonna say one thing about that first corner. That first four sort of connecting corners does the following thing. By the way, these guys might be able to do a full race in these tires because of how durable these tires are, but they might not be the best condition in the end. But if you don't get the right run out of at least one of these first four corners, you end up being out of position for the rest of them.
You messed up. Yeah, you messed up completely if you don't get it right. Or even half right. If you don't get it half right, you're struggling for the next set of corners, aren't you? Maybe that's why I did that fast lap, because I got it right.
Here we go as the cars form up on what is incredibly wet. Shanghai International Circuit, we're going to be underway, so that's a terrible camera angle. Why is that camera angle
Horrible.
even a thing?
Horrible.
So here we go. Second race in full wet conditions here. Watch out for a lot of drivers with the rear sliding. Let's see how the start is. It's a decent start for Neon. Cooper
Can't
with
see
a decent
anything.
launch as well.
Look at the stream.
No, it's actually not a decent launch for Cooper. He lost position to Skies. I mean,
Oh, well, there we go.
Skies was locking up in the dry. I hate to think what he's going to be like in the wet. Obviously speeds are lower as such, but it has been a good start as Cooper is fighting with Logan in towards this the end of this first few corners, and I think Logan's made a slight mistake, which is going to allow Quick Mick, but Quick Mick is in the side pod of the
I can't see nothing.
Williams. Here we, yeah.
That
is the thing that comes with the rain, not being able to see a damn thing.
Turbo and Callum have come away
James has
from
lost
the pack.
a few positions. I think he's clobbered the curb, and he's ended up out wide. What is it? He's doing a bit of mowing. He's trying to go side by side in these conditions. That's an interesting one. Wilder was probably bemused by what's going on there. As such. I'll see this. Logan and Quick Mick going side by side. Logan trying to go back up the inside. Side by side they go. Watch out for the lack of traction here because you're going to have to be very careful. I've just noticed, by the way, that Logan, you notice, yeah, look at the amount of just like sliding and then snaps that was on there in Logan's car. That was just not a good moment there from the Williams driver. I've also noticed he's under fueled as well, interestingly. I know you can save fuel in these conditions, but interesting he's under fueled. I wonder if it doesn't look to say it's drying out anytime soon, as such. Leon is a little bit wide out front. Skies is looking to try and get himself past the Alpine. Oh,
Apologies to
sliding from the
viewers.
Alpine.
Yeah, apologies to viewers for the views that the game's giving us, but we just can't see ourselves, can we? Really?
Yep.
Let's come back
As I say,
into
like
turn
literally
one.
seeing that you can literally see how much spray is coming off these cars.
Yeah, you
Which
can.
can either mean one of two things. It can be a great equalizer, or it can show up even more in terms of the the sort of the skill gaps as such.
Mm. But it definitely shows men from the boys, I think.
Yep. Cooper, meanwhile, is actually struggling a little bit in these conditions. Perhaps setup not suited.
Yeah, because he'd have done a dry setup for quali, wouldn't he? So.
Quick Mick, a little bit of sliding from him, but still got a better exit than what Cooper has in front.
But going back to the statement I made, sort some men out from the boys. Colin is in P12.
Well, currently he's in a battle with a turbo, actually.
Yes, let's go on to that, shall we? Oh, Turbo lost. Went right out
That
of
one,
shape.
I
Colin.
think. Oh,
Oh,
turbo is
Colin.
a. It's a. I think turbo's going to be wide here. He needs to be careful from the rejoin there. He is careful, of course.
Colin up to P11.
Turbo, he's having even less fun in these conditions. He is struggling to put power down there as such. Meanwhile, Skies has made a mistake, I think, somewhere.
Yes, yeah, Scoopers and Quick
Oh,
Mick.
that's
Quick Mix.
Cooper, who's
Quick
very wide. It's going to allow
on
a
board.
chance. It's first lap of the Grand Prix from Neon, a 49.9.
On board
Oh,
with Quick Mick as well, and he's got a cracking line
he's
here
going to be up the
inside.
inside, but can he get power down?
Yeah.
Yes, he can. And that is moved on for Quick Mick, and I think he's got slightly better traction than what Cooper
Yeah,
does
he got
now.
away well there. I'm on board now. We're getting better. At least you can't just see spray. Now I'm on board. So where are we going next? Let's have a look at Fatal and Logan. And Logan's not far behind Cooper either. So we've got a nice four-way battle for P3. Well, Cooper's dropped back a little bit more now. Struggling in the wet is our Cooper.
Yeah, he's not. He's already dropped out. Well, there wasn't going to be any DRS anyway. Let's be 100% honest. Not in these conditions.
No.
A little bit of a moment coming out of that. Lost him a little bit of time. Logan is trying to make his move on Cooper. As Cooper is fell back by around about 3/10 in that middle sector split from Quick Mick in front, and Quick Mick is gaining ground very quickly in Skies.
Yes, that time's coming down, as you can see there, top left-hand corner.
Yep. I'm going to have a look at his car actually, see. There's no damage on Skies' car, so I think he's just struggling, and Quick Mick seems to have a lot of pace in these conditions.
Fatal's right up the back end of Logan now. Logan gets a good exit though. Very tentative on his acceleration is Fatal.
The fast left Grand Prix of 49.4 as he chases after Skies.
Got a good line there, hasn't he, on this turn one?
I just looked at the line Skies took there. That was not ideal.
Yeah,
I've noticed how much he's sparking at the bottom of the plank as well. I'm guessing he's got a lower ride height, which is brand new in the game. Most of these setups this year was ride height. He got his ride height a little bit low, perhaps.
Quick Mick straight across that corner there. He's not low set up.
The thing is, in these conditions, like, what is likely that some of these drivers genuinely? Oh, that was 3 turn-ins for that corner.
It was, wasn't it?
He was that I thought he had a moment. Then Cooper has an even bigger moment as he come out of there. He's nearly 2 seconds down now.
I know, struggling.
I think he's in a dry setup.
Yeah, I do. Quick Mick catching up. as well to Skies.
Yeah, within 6 tenths is the gap between those two. Logan, meanwhile,
Logan.
Logan is
Oh,
just
got a
about
bit of
able to put
snap then.
power down a little bit better, and Fatal's fell back out of gear, well, back out of range of Slipstream anyway. Quick Mick, meanwhile, side by side. Guy's got a little bit more.
Now.
Quick Mick is out of battery. Is he going to send it down the inside?
Inside? Nope.
No, that was far too far back.
Has he got a better exit? No, unfortunately not. Let's go down to Cooper and Logan.
Oh, isn't it? You know, Skies is in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what can he be doing then?
See. Crossy actually as well. He's looking at the back of
just
Ramsey.
going down onto Crossy. Red Bull versus Ferrari.
Yeah. Intermediates.
James up to P8 now with Skies gone to intermediates, as Sam just said. It'll be interesting to see what times are like.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was going to come out on Column then.
Oh,
contact! Skies and Column.
Oh dear. Any damage on either car?
I can't see any on.
Column does not seem to be having the most amount of fun in these conditions as such.
No, there's no damage. 4 seconds.
Logan,
yes.
Logan has passed
P3.
Cooper.
He has.
Now Fatal's in the back of him. By the way, I've noticed Skies is well, he's pulling the gap in on Wilder, so intermediates might be the call within the next few laps. A little bit more of this water disappears. The racing line. Meanwhile, Cooper once again is looking to try and get back past Logan, who's probably very low on charge, down this very long back straight.
Yeah, as Cooper up back into P3.
Yeah, he's going to be wide though. I don't think Logan's got the ability to put power down. Oh, he does, but he's covered. Ramsey and Crossy went side by side. They're still side by side.
Yeah, on it.
Oh, he's wide though.
And James. Oh, he's still got. He's still made.
Crossy's still trying to get past.
Fatal up to P4.
Yep.
Logan
still trying to make a move, and I think Fatal. I mean, considering, I wonder if maybe the way Fatal's always been in terms of him being around much quicker drivers has meant he's not been able to show his full potential, but he's been. Oh! That was a send. I think he's let him go back through. Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
I saw that one. It's like, oh, I think I have suspicions Logan missed a braking point there.
Yeah. Going down to James and Wilder. Wilder's still got a little bit in hand over James there. Pulled
James
a little
not
bit
struggling
away.
near. Oh, Wilder is not having fun in these conditions, and neither is James.
No. Oh, it's drifting. Tokyo drift from Wilder there.
By the way, Skies is still closing in these two.
Wow, he has 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Crossy and Ramsey close. Fatal, Cooper. Fatal's past Logan. Whether Logan's made a mistake because he's dropped to.
Well, no,
second
Logan.
now.
Fatal did manage to. No,
yes.
Basically, Logan.
Yeah, he let it past, didn't he?
Well, yeah, he did let it. There was the incident, obviously, where he missed his braking point, clouted the sight of Fatal's car partially, or Fatal had to avoid him, and then he just let him go anyway.
Here's James on Wilder. No,
those
not
two
quite
side
by
side.
Is he?
Oh, can he get the switch back?
Exit?
Nope. Cannot seem to put the power down.
No.
Needs to be careful having that overtake on in the corners. Into the pits goes Wilder. Oh, James has nearly lost it. Oh, Crossy, meanwhile, is side by side once again with Ramsey. There's been a little bit of there's Skies with a fast lap of the Grand Prix.
On intermediate.
Now time, I think, as Ramsey's trying to come back here at Crossy.
Yeah, Wilder's
You can see
chose
the
the
level of
intermediates.
hesitation. I think at this point, there's not enough water for these full wets.
You might be right
Oh,
there,
Ramsey
Sam.
with a massive lockup. Had to
It's a good
turn
job he
out of the
did, really,
corner to
wasn't
avoid hitting the back of Crossy's car.
it? Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's a three-way battle going on for third place.
Oh yeah, let's go up to that.
Cooper is
Say
currently
we
leading a small train.
say we're halfway through the race. There's Sky's past James halfway through the race, and I wonder if these intermediate drivers will be making some waves up the grid.
It'll just needs to be able to get a decent amount of power down, which I think he's managed to do it. Little slide on the exit. Not. Is he going to be able to use a little bit of overtake here to get himself a little bit closer? He's not going to
He's
get it
definitely
this
using
lap.
it. No, he's using his button now.
However, Logan behind is within slipstream range, but I think he is way too far back to
Yep.
any kind of move stick as such.
Ramsey and Crossy getting close.
Obviously,
Sky's got 10 seconds.
Quick Mick is in from
Quick Mick.
P2. I think drivers are going to start coming in very soon.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Wilder's put
And
intermediates
goes
on
Crossy as well.
Yeah.
Turbo, he's not had the most amount. He's not the greatest of debuts, this Turbo.
No, he hasn't, has he? Shame.
I suppose it's all about the experience, isn't it? Of maybe
Course it
being
is.
able to make sure to make it to the end.
Right up. Car in the pits and the controller's going mad.
Yes, does that.
Logan just within a second of...
Hang on, we got a yellow flag. That was for someone who was in the pit lane. That was Colm going into the pits, so I wonder if he's hoping someone is going into the pit lane, who knows?
Interesting. So Cooper back in P2, but 11 seconds down on Mr. Neon. He's having enjoying his little self out there. Logan within a second, just a second behind Cooper. So battles are non-existent now then.
Yeah, it's definitely, but I'm definitely looking at how much less water there is actually, how much rain there is, less falling rain. That was terribly explained, but yeah.
So you look at Skies now, P5.
Yeah, I mean, Skies has bottomed up into the running for potentially being in the lead at some point in the next few laps, with these guys having a pit soon. 9.2, that gap is coming down. He's doing a lot of sliding though. Actually drifting around that banking. Into the pits is Neon. Will it be followed by Cooper? No, Cooper stays out.
Quick Mix catching up to Skies as well.
Logan stayed out as well. The other Ferrari's in though.
Yeah,
However, the intermediates will be a tyre that will wear out, so you need to be careful of that. In terms of not overusing the tyres.
Skies went wide there at the final corner, but it manages to keep P4.
Yep.
Ramsey put his
Neon
intermediates on.
Due to the gap he had, Neon has come out in third.
10 seconds to make up. Well, 11 seconds to make up. Crossy up to P8.
Yep, indeed he is. We've got Skies and Quick Mick who are very close together, and then we also have Fatal, who's currently stuck behind James, who's still not pit.
Skies went through around that corner sideways. Quick Mix didn't take advantage of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, Fatal needs to clear this car as soon as possible. He doesn't seem to be able to get past. Oh, he's sliding all over the place. He's about to lose it. That is a great move around the outside there from Fatal.
Yeah.
Make that work. Colm has gone into softs.
Is that a glitch in the game?
No, he's on softs.
He is, yeah, he is.
I don't think it's time for softs, Colm. I don't know what they're putting in the water here in Ireland.
I think he's found out that decision was wrong straight away.
He just went straight on. Yeah, I think he was meant to go in inters and he's put the wrong
there you go.
on.
Yeah, Toko drifting. And
he's doing some drifting. He's doing it for the fans. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For his fan club.
Skies
or
and
one
Quick
of them.
Mick, meanwhile, side by side into the final corner. Who gets it? It's Skies round the outside, but he's out wide.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
And Quick Mick has got the move done on 3-lap younger tyres, but Skies isn't done yet. He's trying the old undercut. There's
Oh, oh,
contact!
oh.
I don't know if he's got damage on that car. Yes, he has.
Yeah,
And
yes.
Skies
Yeah.
will be absolutely fuming with that one because I think Quick Mick may have moved over on him very slightly there, unfortunately.
Oh, well. The one
Skies
for
is
the stewards
really...
room.
Yeah, Skies, by the way, has... I seem to notice does not really care that much about the fact that it's raining. He still just full throttles it anyway. Meanwhile, still 3 runners on the wet tyres. This is more of an... This has become more of a strategy battle now, though, if you think about it, because
Yeah.
the
Mr.
wet
Neon's
tyres...
drawn 3 seconds on him.
Still there are 5 laps to go as well,
Yeah.
including this one, obviously. Well, that's close.
Cooper's in front. Logan drifting, coming out of, well, it's not DRS because there isn't any DRS, but he's over a second now. But Mr. Neon looking the favourite at the moment for me. Got gap coming down, Sam, isn't it?
Yep, 7.2.
Crossy's got past James as well.
Yeah, James on wets, Crossy on inters. And Turbo's actually getting a position because Column is currently... I think Column might now be a lap down, potentially. And Rabsy now is now coming on, now appearing onto the back of the tail here. Is once again, you look at how much the struggles are on the wets there. He's in the wrong part of the track.
Yeah, nice line from Rabsy at the inside.
Oh,
Ooh.
there we go. It's a 46-0 from Neon to set a fast lap the Grand Prix. Skies is round.
Yeah, Skies.
Oh, he spun
Unfortunately,
it more than once. He needs to be careful where he is.
Ooh.
He needs to be careful where he is.
Oh, that was close. For Sauber.
That might be classed as a dangerous rejoin there. If someone decides to follow that up, because that was an interesting line. Dutch. I mean, done all the hard work. His Sky's got a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is also another thing for those who have not yet seen that. Is obviously it's 10 seconds for time penalties in the pit lane this year.
Yeah, caught me out twice on Friday. I'm the world's worst at calling people getting penalties going in the pits, and it got me twice.
I was also going to say also the worst at drive-throughs as well. For picking up drive-throughs.
Yes.
Meanwhile, gap at the front, and I'm also looking at how quickly that gap is coming down.
Yeah,
Cooper, they really need to be on the wet lines now, because that is a drying line, and those full wets will be overheating as soon as they are on that racing line for all of a long, prolonged period of time. And I'd also like to note, though, that Logan still has not yet saved enough fuel.
Oh, I bet he's hoping for a safety car, you know.
Yeah, but he's only got another lap. Once he gets to lap 12, there isn't going to be a chance for another.
No.
These two really struggling, though, and I think these two are staying out to the end. That's a guarantee, and those two are staying to the end. Taking a chance there. Neon 45.8. He has pulled another... He's going to have pulled another 10th in that final sector. Oh, that's Turbo. Having fun on the grass there, doing the Bottas lawn mowing service. He's found... At least he's still going, I suppose, which is the most important part for...
Of course it is, yeah. Definitely.
You don't always have to be the quickest, you just sometimes have to be the most consistent in terms of just being able to get yourself through at the end of races.
Yeah, Neon's purpling every sector now. As James decided to pit.
He has indeed, he's had enough. He's realised.
Crosses up to P6.
I've also noticed Cooper's really struggled through this middle sector this lap.
Yeah, Rabsy up to P6 now.
Oh, him and Crossy are battling. They're going side by side still, aren't they?
Just keep your eye on that gap at the top, but this is your battle now. Rabsy and Crossy. Crossy in the Red Bull. Rabsy in the Ferrari.
On the curb.
Ooh, Crossy got crossed up.
That is not in this. You do not want to be touching those curves for a prolonged period of time in these conditions. Let's be honest. These two are both just drifting.
Entertaining the
Colin?
fans. Got another
Another
yellow
yellow.
flag.
That's
That's
Colin,
Colin, I
most
think.
likely.
Yeah.
Oh, Rap's on the inside. Oh, well, that's Colin trying to not be in the way.
Who's that
Rabsy's
car
got
behind?
the better drive coming out the corner. All the overtake being used. I think
Rabsy then.
he's gonna run out. Is Crossy gonna be able to come back at him? Crossy's got 60% ERS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a beautiful switchback, but I think he may have went across a bit too much of the curbing there. And that kind of cost him there and trying to switch back there. Oh, there's contact once again between the two of them, and I think that's cost Crossy a lot of time. Ooh.
Ooh. Crossy.
I think that hasn't broken part of his. He still has the full front wing. Yes, he does. He's got very lucky
He's
there.
lucky. Very lucky.
Meanwhile,
Oh yeah, let's go at
the
the top.
second of the Alpines has arrived. The first of the Alpines has arrived. The battling two still in the wets with a lap to go. He is on. Just watch the difference here between Logan and Neon coming out of this next long banking. That is interesting that he's feeling the need to use that part of the track, even though he's in the inners. I think Logan might be in trouble with fuel, by the way, if he still hasn't saved enough. I look on with him. No, always he's flashing red and fuel. I
Yeah,
think
he
he's
is.
going to run out of
Yeah.
fuel next lap.
Yeah, Mr. Neon's
Oh,
not got
that's
much
got to be
fuel
careful,
left
Cooper,
either.
about how many times you move there. I don't know if that was two defensive moves. See,
Cooper's
12
pulling
lap
away a
old
little
wets
bit.
versus 4 lap old enters. Who wins?
See,
So no
Logan
DRS.
and Neon are both
Look
red
at this.
on the
Oh my word. Look at
fuel.
he's going to go around the outside here.
Ooh.
Is he just going to go for the inside here? Yes, he is. That's going to be a beautiful cutback if he can pull it off.
Wow. Go on.
Round the
Nice.
outside. He's still there though.
Oh!
Oh, there's sliding. That's the door proverbially shut right
That's
there.
Colin again with a yellow flag.
Yeah, that's a dive and a half from Neon if he can pull it up.
No, has he
He's
got
done
back,
it.
Logan? Yeah.
There's another. There's the straight now for him to go, for him to take victory here. Because looking at it, Cooper was struggling on the rear even more so than what Logan was. So,
Well, they've
see how
both got
this
the same
goes.
amount of battery, really. What's Logan got? He's still got a bit as well, so this could be.
Here we go. I think Leon is going to wait for the straight because he knows that he has the tyre advantage here. Look at the sliding, they're
He's
coming off the
pushing
rear of
Cooper
him.
or us.
Yeah, practically, you can be practically pushing the gearbox of that car along. As look, you'll notice the grip difference coming out of here. Look how much less grip there is in that Ferrari. He's going to have to go to
Yeah.
the wet part of the track, but that's off the racing line. Here we go.
Is it coming? Yeah.
It may be better here for Neon to brake early and get the cutback here on him, which I think he might
Oh,
do. Is he going to do it? It's
he's
going to be
trying.
outside. I think Cooper, is he going to hang on? Oh,
Oh,
around the outside.
contact.
Is he going to try? No, I think he's done it.
Nice one, Cooper.
Has he done it?
Oh, has he? Has he? Oh, just
19
1900.
thousands. 1900s, not 19,000. That is close.
Cracking race, that. Cracking race. Love that. Obviously, the weather was a
That
main
was a
factor.
very
But,
tactical battle there
yeah.
between the two of them.
Fatal with another P5.
Fatal, decent results in his first racing this year in Supercharged.
Yeah. Rabsy with
And
a P6.
I would say a decent turn and a decent turnout anyway for Neon in his first two races as well.
Yeah, 2 seconds for
On
Neon.
the 2 second places. Very well done as such. Waiting for the last few cars to cross the line, and I think James, he has a penalty, so it's not going to matter anyway. but he does still finish behind Wilder. And then the last two cars to cross the line is going to be Skies. Not ideal for him. Lucky he didn't getting collected in a crash. 10-second penalty was not served. And finally, we have the unfortunate thing of being caught on stream is a column on dry tyres on a wet track. Who do you think you are, Lucas Blakely? Sorry, the reason why at least he's got some grip on once he gets going.
It's all right in a straight line, isn't he?
Colin, watch him trying to brake though. He basically just can't get this stopped. Oh,
Well,
there
there
we
you
go.
go.
1-8 to reverse into the corner.
I bet he's laughing his little head off, behind that, behind the wheel.
And he's run again. And he's now going to get passed by cars that have already finished.
How embarrassing, Colin. How embarrassing.
Not his day today.
Oh,
Oh, the AI. You've just been. So, Colin, how do you feel? You've just been bodied by an AI.
Hey,
Oh,
where's he going?
He took the anger out on the DRS sign, and he's backwards again. Come on, there we go. Cross the line backwards to style.
Great stuff, Colin. Brilliant entertainment, mate. Thank you. Hey. Now he's warming his tyres up.
Oh, the tyres will be warm now. It's fine. Logan gets driver of the day in the second race. We'll give that in a second to. We'll see who gets that in a second. But once again, Cooper, even though he struggled, does manage to pick up a second win.
Yeah, and
Only just though.
Mr. Neon's fastest lap, pole position is cost Cooper a clean sweep tonight. So
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, he could have easily won that if he'd actually had a little bit more, like I think another 100 meters, and he would have won that race.
yeah, fastest lap from Sky is 1:45.374.
Yep, he took it away at the end. Your results, of course, on screen. It is 8th place or 3rd place in the podium for Logan, which, to be honest, I might actually give him driver of the day on that one, and maybe give an honourable mention for Fatal 10th to 5th.
Oh yeah.
Well, your results indeed are on the screen.
Yeah.
Some interesting racing has been thrown up in this first round. First round of the 2 rounds of the season.
Yeah, P10 to P5. Yeah, brilliant, Fatal, mate. Brilliant. Can't fault that, pal. Right, next week, it's Barcelona and Portugal for SuperCharged.
Barcelona, Portugal. Ooh, that's an interesting one.
I don't think I've drove Portugal on this new game yet. I haven't. So, there you go. Cooper Racing takes 2 wins. Mr. Neon takes 2 seconds. Logan with a 3rd and a 6th in the first race. Quick Mick, a 3rd in the first race and 4th in the second. 2 5ths for Fatal. 5th Fatal.
Yeah. Well, as to say, the racing has been, excellent today.
Yeah, it's been great.
No great first round here.
We had Rabsy first race DNF, but that's it. 2 races, 1 DNF. Not that many penalties. Very good. Good advert for the league.
Yep. So next week has obviously been said. SuperCharged will be back.
Yeah. Barcelona and Portugal.
Yep.
Tomorrow we've got. Yeah. Sorry, go on, Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
So our action we will have rest of the week. Tomorrow we have managers for the return of managers.
That's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday tomorrow.
Tuesday. Yeah. Day ahead. So we have F2 for SRC tomorrow. I believe that is covered by Angelo and Cal, unless anything changes. Wednesday will be managers, the return of managers for season number 13.
Yep.
Their season for ARC will be kicked off. Thursday we will have the triple header of the VGT debut. That will be covered by Andrew, the ACC on Xbox. The main International Paddock Extra will see me and Mike on comms for SRC Division 1. And then on International Paddock Extra 2, we will have the 100 covered, most likely by Casper Angelo. And then Friday, we will have UCR's round number 2 by Casper and Gary. And then the rounds after. And then Saturday is to be announced. It has been announced, but will not be starting yet, so nothing for Saturdays. And then Sundays will be there's the first round of Masters, which will be brought to you by the most famous of known pairings here in International Paddock with Mike and Andrew.
I thought
The
we
many
were the.
musings
I
the
thought.
musings they will have, you will have to see. Anyway, that's all
Thought me
I've
and
got to
you were
say
fans'
about.
favourite, Sam.
Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, that's all I've got to say for tonight. If you have,
Yeah.
unless you have anything else to add,
No, you've
we
said
will.
everything I wanted to say.
On that basis, goodbye. It's good. It's good night. It's goodbye from me.
And it's good night for me. See you all soon. Thank you.
Yep.